you get killed while gaming, you simply press the reset button, your character regenerates, and you get a second chance. Author Donald E. Westlake famously said, "The trouble with real life is, there is no reset button." Well, it turns out we human beings may have a reset button after all. In 2021, I left the workforce. After working for more than 30 years, I decided it was time for me to go. At the time, I was the chief financial officer for a professional theater company that was coming out of the COVID-19 pandemic. The theater where I worked, like every professional theater company in the nation, and the world for that matter, had pretty much been closed to the public for the previous 18 months. No shows, no ticket revenue. To say that being shut down for 18 months was stressful would be an understatement. To stay afloat, the theater relied on online programming, generous patrons, and government grants. A lot of theaters didn't make it out of the pandemic. But this one defied the odds and arguably came back stronger. But as we were coming out of COVID, I felt depleted, emotionally and physically. And I knew that for my own physical and mental well-being, it was time for me to step away. Fortunately for me, I was at a point in my life where walking away was a realistic option. And so I did. I pulled the pin and I walked away. Physically, that is. Mentally, I wasn't as ready as I thought I was. In my life, I had always been working. I had my first job at 15 and was pretty much regularly employed from that point on. So when I quit, it felt more like I was running away, not walking away. Deep down, something in me wasn't ready to be finished. So 3 days after leaving the theater and telling myself I'd never work for anyone else again, I joined on with a financial consulting company. It took me almost another 2 years to fully realize that I didn't want to work for someone else anymore, and that I was ready to pursue my own long-deferred dreams. The problem I had, like so many people have, is that I had a working man's mindset. As I mentioned, I'd had a job since I was 15 years old. As soon as I came of age, I was working because I thought that's what I had to do, what I needed to do. And I kept on working, not because I enjoyed it, but because I thought that's what I was supposed to do. But a working man's mindset isn't the mindset that I wanted. I wanted to leave the working mindset behind and embrace the mindset of reimagining my future. Now, to accomplish that, to realize the changes that I wanted to create in my life, I was going to have to reset my mindset. In his excellent book, Roar, author Michael Clinton writes, "We need to be in a constant state of reimagining, thinking about the next phase of every aspect of our lives. You can start that process at any time if you are committed to true change. Why not reimagine yourself before someone else reimagines your life for you?" Now that's a very powerful paragraph. First, Clinton writes, "We can start the process of reimagining ourselves at any time, as long as we are committed to true change." There was the first part of my problem. I thought I was committed to change, to my next phase. But clearly, I wasn't ready. If I had been engaged in actively reimagining my life, I would have known the steps that needed to have been taken. Now, eventually, I got to where I needed to be, but I can't help but feel that I lost some valuable time in the process. The second powerful idea of that paragraph is to reimagine your own life before other people reimagine it for you. People will pigeonhole you if you let them. For example, when I talked about creating this channel, there were those who scoffed. "You want to be a YouTuber? Aren't you a little old for something like that? Well, I didn't let that dissuade me. I want to continue to learn and grow, and I felt that I had something to contribute in this YouTube space. Now, just being here, just making this video is evidence of my taking charge of reinventing myself. And to be successful, I know I'll have to continue to reinvent myself and this channel. There is a reset button in your brain that, according to Michael Clinton, you can push at any time, as long as you're committed to real change, as long as you're ready to reimagine the future you want for yourself. And the only thing that's stopping you from pushing that reset button is you. If you really want to make positive changes in your life, and if you want to imagine a future of your own making, I'd like to share 7 practical steps that I used to help me reset my mindset. Make a plan. I planned and worked on this channel for close to a year before I filmed my first video. I used the Notion app to help me organize ideas for videos and to outline my scripts. Have a plan for your change. It's okay to modify it as you go. My idea for this channel evolved several times before I reached this particular iteration. And hopefully it will keep evolving. But the point remains that I started with a plan and then modified it as I went. I had an idea of what I wanted to do. I just needed to fill in the details. Set and reflect on goals. First of all, you need to set some goals. They are your roadmap into the future. Take time to reflect on what you want to accomplish and then set a path using clear, achievable goals. Evaluate priorities. Identify what truly matters to you and prioritize those aspects of your life. What drives you? What gives you purpose? From what do you derive joy? Focus on the answer to these questions. Learn from your past. Acknowledge past mistakes, but don't dwell on them. Instead, use them as lessons for personal growth. Establish new routines. Introduce positive habits and routines that align with your mindset and help you achieve your goals. For me, I established the habit of sitting down and working on a script every morning until it became second nature. As best you can, streamline your commitments and declutter your physical and mental space for a fresh start. Seek support. Surround yourself with a supportive network of friends, family, or professionals to help you get through the change process. Stick with people who build you up and want to see you succeed. For example, my wife designs all of the graphics for this channel. She helps give my homepage and thumbnails a more polished and professional look. And finally, embrace change. The saying goes, the only constant in life is change. Be open and embrace new opportunities that align with your goals and avoid people and circumstances that hinder your personal growth. Practicing these 7 steps helped me to reset my mindset. The more I committed to the process, the clearer my priorities became and the direction of my life changed for the better. I know it can seem overwhelming at first, but you don't have to bite it all off at once. You can take small steps. I found that breaking down larger goals into smaller, more manageable pieces helped make progress more achievable and gave me more wins early on. Those early wins helped provide the incentive I needed to keep going. What life goal could resetting your mindset help you achieve? Leave a comment and let me know. Thanks for viewing this video. If you find this type of content compelling, please consider subscribing. And if you found value in this video, please give it a like. It really helps a new channel get discovered. Until next time, I'm Mark Dietrich, wishing you the best as you navigate your journey.